ॐ शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करभावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्रजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா. வாகர்த்தாவிவ சம்பிரக்தௌ வாகர்த்த பிரதிபத்தயே जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। श्री पार्वती परमेश्वराभ्यां नमः। कोमलं कूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचरगुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृत् कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन्। हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं। नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरनभ्यर्थितानपि अर्थान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी ध्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्तिव्रजोऽयं। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं। श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशीविभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलाधरोष्ठात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വീണ്ടുമീറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി. ഏതീനു മന്യനെ കുമ്പീരേന്താത്തോരു പ്രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കെന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Everyone, welcome to the class. So let's get started. So today, so Purnima, can you do 12? Can you rehearse 12?
Okay.
And then Sridevi Garu, can you?
Sure, Andy.
Okay, so Purnima, you go first, and then Sridevi Garu, you go next. And
So
today,
how do we do it? Like
just chant 12, like
just everything, one stanza, everything in a row, right?
everything in a row continuously. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then Lakshmi Garu, you and Jyoti can be students today. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Om Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Swayambhuvo Manurato Janasargashilo Drishtva Mahima-samaye Salile Nimagnam Shashtaramapasharanam Bhavadangri-seva Tushtāshayam Munijanai Saha Satyaloke Kashtam Prajasrujati Mayyava Nirnimagnam Sthanam Saroja Bhavakalpaya Tat Prajanam इत्येवमेष कथितो मनुना स्वयंभूः अम्बोरुहाक्षतव पादयुगं व्यचिन्तीत आहा विभो जलमहं यपिबं पुरस्तात् अद्यापि मज्जति मही किमहं करोमि इत्थं त्वदङ्घ्रियुगलं शरणं यतोऽस्य नासापुटात् सम्भव शिशु Kolarupi.
There, Purnima, and that third and the fourth line are together. Okay, so you say it continuously here.
Ittam twadangri-yugalam sharanam yatosya nasa putat sambhava shishukola-rupi. Angushtamatra purutpatitah purastat bhuyota कुम्भिसदृशः समजृम्भतास्त्वम् अप्रेतदाविदमुदीक्ष्य भवन्तमुच्चैः विस्मेरतां विधिरगात् सह सूनुभिस्वैः कोसावचिन्त्य महिमा किटिरुत्थितो मे नासापुटात् किमु भवेद जितस्य मायाम् इत्थं विचिन्तयति धातरिशैलमात्रः सद्यो भवन् किल सद्यो भवन् किल जगर्जित घोरघोरम्
किल जगर्जित
किल जगर्जित
correct
सद्यो भवन् किल जगर्जित घोरघोरम् तं ते निनादमुपकर्ण्य जनस्तपस्ताः सत्यस्थिताश्च मुनयो नुनुवुर्भवन्तम् तत्स्तोत्रहरुषलमनाः परिणत्य भूयः तोयाशयं विपुलमूर्तिरवातरस्त्वम् ऊर्ध्वक् प्रसारि परिधूम्रविदूतरो मां प्रोक्षिप्तवालगिरिवाङ्मुखघोरगोणः
so that one sorry prokshipta valadhira
प्रोक्षिप्तवालधिरवाङ्मुखघोरगोणः तूर्णप्रदीर्णजलदः परिदूर्णदक्ष्णां स्तोत्रं मुनीन् शिशिरयन्नवतेरि तत्त्वम् अन्तर्जलं तदनु सङ्कुलनक्रचक्रं भ्राम्यत्तिमिङ्गिलकुलं कुलशोर्मिमालम्
kalushormimalam.
Oh, it says kula here. Okay. Let me just correct it. Okay. Brahmyattimingilakalam kulushormimalam.
No. So Brahmyattimingila kalushormimalam.
Okay.
First one is kula, next is kalu.
Kalu is okay. Brahmyattimingilakulam kalushormimalam. Avishya bhishanaraveena
Rasatalastan.
Avishya bhishanaraveena rasatalastan akampayan vasumatim agaveshayastvam drishtva tataityahtakena rasatalante sambeshitam jatiti kutakitirvibhot संवेशितां जटिति कूटकिटिर्विभोत्वम् आपातु कान अविगणय्य सुकारिकेटान्
Surari. Surari Ket.
Surari, sorry. Apatukana, aviganai, apatukana, aviganai, surari
So sorry, one
ketan.
correction there, Purnima. So like you can say that apatukan and aviganaya are two words, right? But you can say it together, it would be easier for you. So you say apatukan aviganaya. So just say it continuously like that.
Apatukana viganaya surari ketan. Apatukana viganaya surari ketan. Dramshtankurena vasudha madada salilam. Abhyudharan natadaram dashanagra lagna mustankurankita ivadika pivaratma udduta gora salilachalate danjan Krida Varahava Purishvara Pahi Rogat.
Very good. Yeah, you chanted really well, but just make sure you eventually catch up to the right tune for this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Sridevi garu.
Okay. Sri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Swayam bhuvo manuratho janasargashilo दृष्ट्वा महिम समये सलिले निमग्नां स्रष्टारमापशरणं भवदङ्घ्रिसेवा तुष्टाशयं मुनिजनैः सह सत्यलोके कष्टं प्रजा सृजति मय्यव निर्निमग्ना स्थानं सरोज भव कल्पय तत्प्रजानाम् इत्येवमेष कथितो मनुना स्वयं भूः अम्बोरुहाक्ष तव पादयुगं व्यचिन्तीत् हा हा विभो जलमहं न्यपिबं पुरस्तात् अद्यापि मज्जति मही किमहं करोमि इत्थं त्वदङ्घ्रियुगलं शरणं यतोऽस्य नासापुटात् समभव शिशुकोलरूपी अंगुष्टमात्र वपुरुत्पतितः पुरस्तात् भूयोत कुम्भि सदृश समजृम्भथास्त्वम् अब्रे तथाविदमुदीक्ष्य भवन्तमुच्चैः विस्मेरतां विधिरगात् सहसूनुभिस्वैः कोसावचिन्त्य महिमा किरीरुत्थितो मे नासापुटात् किमु भवेदजितस्य माया इत्थं विचिन्तयति धातरि शैलमात्रः सद्यो भवन् किल जगर्चित घोर घोरम् तं ते निनादमुपकर्ण्य जनस्तपस्थाः सत्यस्थिताश्च मुनयो नुनुवुर्भवन्तम् तत्स्तोत्र हर्षुलमनाः परिनद्य भूयः तोयाशयं विपुलमूर्तिरवातरस्त्वम् ऊर्ध्वप्रसारि परिधूम्र विधूतरोमा प्रोक्षिप्तवालधिरवाङ्मुख घोर घोनः तूर्ण प्रदीर्ण जलदः परिघूर्ण दक्ष्णा स्तोत्रोन्मुनीन् शिशिरयन्नवतेरिथत्वम् अन्तर्जलं तदनुसङ्कुल नक्रचक्रं भ्राम्यत्तिमिङ्गिलकुलं कलुषोर्मिमालम् आविश्य भीषण रवेन रसातलस्थान् आकम्पयन् वसुमती मगवेशयस्त्वम् दृष्ट्वा तदैत्य हतकेन रसातलान्ते संवेशितान् झटिति कुटिर्विभोत्वम्
कूटकिटिर्विभोत्वम्
दृष्ट्वा तदैत्य हतकेन रसातलान्ते संवेशितां झटिति कूटकिटिर्विभोत्वम् आपातुकान् विगणय्य सुरारिखेटान् दंष्ट्राकुरेण वसुधा मददा सलीलम् अभ्युद्धरन्नथ धरां दशनाग्रलग्नमुस्तां कुराङ्कित इवादिक पीवरात्मा उद्धूत घोर सलिलाज्जलधेरुदञ्चन् क्रीडा वराह वपुरीश्वर पाहि रोगात् श्री कृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः.
Very good. Okay. All right, so let's start with Dashakam 14 today, which is called Kapilo Pakhyana. So Dashakam 14 and 15 are actually together. It's a continuation. So like we did last time, I'll first say each stanza, I'll explain the meaning, and then I'll tell you how to chant it, and then Lakshmi Garu and Jyoti will be students today. So stanza 1. So this also is a similar tune to the 12, right? Samanusmritatavakangri-yugmah Samanuh pankaja sambhavanga janma Nijamantaramantaraya hinam Charitam te katayan sukham ninaya. So here it is talking about the Manu. The Manu here it is talking about is a person called Swayambhuva Manu. So to kind of explain, what he's doing, he's saying is Nijam Antaram. So he's enjoying or he's doing his work in his current Manvantara. So you all know about the various yugas, right? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, and all that. All of that combined is about 4,320,000 years, right? 4.3 lakhs years. Now, 1,000 such Chatur Yuga is one day for Brahma, and 1,000 such Chatur Yugas is one night for Brahma. And then Brahma is and Brahma has 360 days in his year, and then he lives for 100 years. That is the entire lifespan of Brahma. So that whole thing has been divided into 14 Manvantaras, so that each Manvantara will have one ruler. That ruler is called as Manu. So for people who know the Sankalpam that we do right now, it says Vaivaswada Manvantare, right? That's what we say, Ashtavimshaditame Kali Yuge, right? So it says Vaivaswada Manu is the Manu who is the current Manu here. So in this case, the Manu is Swayambhuva Manu. So one of the other Manus, and all these Manus are born out of Brahma's mind, right? So this is the Swayambhuva Manu. When he was peacefully performing his duties as the Manu, meditating on Tava Angri Yugam, meditating on your lotus feet. So Bhattadripad, remember, is always talking in first person. So he's mentioning to Guru Arpan that he's meditating on your feet, without any disturbances, and then he is residing peacefully. That son of Brahma. So that is the first stanza here. So I think Jyoti Garu message saying she can't be student. Madhavi Garu, can you be student?
Oh, I'm very bad with the tune, but I'll try the words, Rajesh Garu.
Okay, all right. Okay, so the first one. So Samanusmrita Tavakangri. So it's Tavaka Angri, but we can't say it that way. So Samanusmrita Tavakangri Yugmaha, comma. Madhavi, you should please be on mute for a second. Yeah. Next line is Sa Manuhu is there. So put a if F to join it. So Samanuf Pankaja Sambhavanga Janma Nijam Antaram, or you can say it together as Nijamantara. You can say it together. So Nijam Antaram Antaraya Hinam, comma Charitam Te Kathayan Sukham Ninaya. Samanusmritatavakangri yugmaha Samanuh pankaja sambhavanga janma Nijamantaramantaraya hinam Charitam te katayan sukham ninaya. So Lakshmi Garu, can you go first?
Samanusmritatavakangri yugmaha Samanuh pankaja sambhavanga janma Nijamantaramantaraya hinam Charitam te kathayan sukham ninaya. Samanusmritatavakangri yugmaha Samanuh pankaja sambhavanga janma Nijamantaramantaraya hinam Charitam te kathayan sukham ninaya.
Rajesh Garu, there is only one comma in this, right? The first verse.
End of, I don't know if your book has 4 lines or 2 lines. How many lines?
It has 4 lines.
Okay, so the end of every line is a pause.
Okay. Samanusmritatavakangri yugmaha Samanuh pankaja sambhavang janma
Sambhavanga janma.
Samanuh pankaja sambhavanga janma Nijamantaramantaraya hinam चरितं ते कथयन् सुखं निनाय. Twice. Samanusprutatavakaङ्घ्रियुग्मः समनुः पङ्कजसम्भवाङ्गजन्मा निजमन्तरमन्तराय हीनं चरितं ते कथयन् सुखं निनाय.
Stanza 2. Samaye khalu tatra kardamakhyo druhinachchaya bhavastadhiya vacha drita sargaraso nisargaramhyam bhagavam stvamayutam samasisheve. So at the same time, when Swayambhuva Manu was also meditating, at that time Kardama is, I don't know how many of you have heard Kardama Prajapati. So he is also one of the sons of Brahma, and he is born from Druhina Chaya. Chaya is shadow, right? So he is born from the shadow of Brahma. So this Kardama, he was also very interested in creation. So then Brahma is advising Kardama that you should actually go and meditate on the Lord. So Kardama is then meditating on the Lord for Ayutam Samaha, for thousands of 10,000 years. So in our years, right? Like I was explaining earlier, the conversion between Brahma years and our years. So for 10,000 of our years, this Kardama is also meditating and praying to the Lord because he is also interested in creation. So Samaye Khalu Tatra Kardamakyo, comma, Druhina Chaya. So remember there's a small half cha and then there's a cha. So Druhina Chaya Bhavas Tadiya Vacha Drita Sarga Raso Nisarga Ramyam, comma, Bhagavams Tvam Ayutham Samaha is there. So put a is to join. Samas Sisheve. Samaye khalu tatra kardamakhyo druhinachchaya bhavastadhiya vacha drita sargaraso nisargaramhyam bhagavam stvamayutam samasisheve.
Samaye khalu tatra kardamakhyo druhinachchaya bhavas
Druhinachchaya.
Samaye khalu tatra kardamakhyo druhinachchaya bhavastadiya vacha dhruta sargaraso nisargaramyam bhagavam stvamayutam samasisheve. You want us to, can we say it together? Bhagavam stvamayutam.
Yeah. Now say it together. Yeah, wherever you can, say it together. I'm only breaking it for the benefit of people who can't say it together. Okay.
Samaye khalu tatra kardamakhyo druhinachchaya bhavastadiya vacha dhruta sargaraso nisargaramyam bhagavam stvamayutam samasisheve.
Samaye khalu tatra kardamakhyo druhinachchaya bhavattadiya vacha dhruta sargaraso nisargaramyam bhagavam stvamayutam samasisheve. Samaye khalu tatra kardamakhyo druhinachchaya bhavastadiya vacha dhruta sargaraso nisargaramyam bhagavam stvamayutam samasiveshe.
Samasisheve. Samasisheve.
Samasisheve. Bhagavam stvamayutam samasisheve.
So only one correction, Madhigaru, is the third line. You are saying drutha. It's not drutha. It is dritha. So this the oo sound should not be there. Dritha.
Drita.
Yes. Right. Okay. Stanza 3. Garudopari kalamegha kambram vilasat keli saroja pani padmam Hasitollasitananam vibhotvam vapuravishkurushe smakhardamaya. So we learned in the first chapter, first stanza, right, about this definition of Brahman. And we learned how that Brahman itself does not have any form. So what you will see in this chapter, chapter 14, when Kardama is meditating, and then even in chapter 17, when we go to Dhruva, and when Dhruva is meditating, right, they all, if they cannot, instead of meditating on nothing, they all meditate with some form in mind, right? So the God always appears to them in the form in which they are meditating. You can think of any form you want and meditate, and that's how you are looking at God, right? So in this case, so Avishkurushe means you, O Lord, who is formless, you are manifesting in the form, right, for Kardama. So when Kardama is meditating, the Lord is now appearing in front of Kardama in the form that Kardama is meditating on the Lord. And here, the way he was meditating was Garudopari. So the Lord is sitting on Garuda, Kala Megha Kamram. So the dark hue clouds, the rain clouds which are there, the dark gray color of the rain clouds. So in that color, Kevi Saroja Pani Padmam. In your hand, you are holding a lotus. And then Hasito Lasitam. You are also smiling. So he is meditating on a Lord, such that the Lord is sitting on the Garuda, and the Lord has this dark gray in the rain clouds color, and then has a lotus in his hand, and there's a smiling face. So that's how the Lord then appears in front of Kardama, the way he is meditating. So Garudopari Kala Megha Kamram, comma, Vilasat Keli Saroja Pani Padmam. Hasitolasitananam. So that word you have to pretty much say it together because it has got 3 different words in it. So you can't break it that way. It's Hasita, Ullasita, Ananam, multiple words in there. So it's Hasitolasitananam Bibho Tvam, comma, Vapuravish Kurushe Sma Kardamaya. Garudo Parikala Megha Kamram Vilasatke Saroja Pani Padmam Hasitolasitananam Vibhotvam Vapuravish Kurushe Smakardamaya.
Garudo Parikala Megha Kamram Vilasat Keli Saroja Pani Padmam Hasitolasitananam Vibhotvam Vapura Vishkurushe Smakardamaya. Garudo Parikala Megha Kamram Vilasat Keli Saroja Pani Padmam Hasitolasitananam Vibhotvam Vapura Vishkurushe Smakardamaya.
Garudo Parikala Megha Kamram Vilasat Keli Saroja Pani Padmam Hasitolasitananam Vibhotvam Vapura Vishkurashe Smakardamaya.
Kurushe.
Vapura Vishkurushe Smakardamaya. Did I get that?
Correct, yes. Yeah. One more time, Madhavi Garu.
Oh, okay. Garudo Parikala Megha Kamram Vilasat Keli Saroja Pani Padmam Hasitolasitananam Vibhotvam Vapura Vishkurushe Smakardamaya.
Stanza 4. Stuvate Pulakavrataye Tasmai Manuputrim Dhayitam Navapi Putri Kapilam Chasutam Swameva Paschate Swagatim Chapyanugruhya Nirgato Bhuhu. So Kardama, now when the Lord now appears in front of Kardama, so he's saying, Bhatripad is saying that he's having Pulakavrataya. Pulakavrataya is like the hairs are standing on his body. He's getting that horripilation. He's really excited to see the Lord there. And then when the Lord asks, what do you want? So he says, I want a child like you, is what Kardama actually asks. So the Lord says, I cannot give you a child like me because you can't replicate it. But he says, I myself will be born to you as a child. But before that, he says, you have to go and first get married to Devahuti, Manu Putrin. So you remember the Swayambhuva Manu who we said in the first stanza? So his daughter, Devahuti. So you go and you get married to her, Swayambhuva, to his daughter, and then you are going to get Navapi Putrihi. You are going to get 9 daughters first, and then Swayam Eva, I myself will be Kapilam Chasutam. I will be born to both of you as Kapila. And with that, and then eventually, once after that, you will then get Swagatim. You will then attain my own abode. You will get liberated once your lifetime is over. Having said that, the Lord disappears here. So, Stuvate Pulaka Vritaya Tasmai, comma, Manu Putrim Daitam Navapi Putrihi Kapilam Cha Sutam Swameva Paschat, comma, Swagatim Chapyanugrihya. So remember the word anugrihya, to bless, anugraham, right? So Chapyanugrihya Nirgato Bhuhu. Stuvate Pulakavrtaya Tasmai Manuputrim Dayitam Navapi Putrihi Kapilam Chasutam Swameva Paschate Swagatim Chapyanugrihya Nirgato Bhuhu.
Stuvate Pulakavrutaya Tasmai Manuputrim Dayitam Navapi Putrihi Kapilam Chasutam Swameva Paschat Swagatim Chapyanugrihya Nirgato Swagatim Chapyanugrihya Nirgato Bhuhu. Stuvate Pulakavrutaya Tasmai Manuputrim Dayitam Navapi Putrihi Kapilam Chasutam Swameva Paschat Swagatim Chapyanugrihya Nirgato Bhuhu.
Stuvate Pulakavrutaya Tasmai Manuputrim Dayitam
Navapi
Manuputrim Daitam Navapi Putrihi Kapilam Chasutam Swameva Paschat Swagatim Chapyanugrihya Nirgato Bhuhu. Chapyanugrihya. Okay. Stuvate Pulakavrutaya Tasmai Manuputrim Daitam Navapi Putrihi Kapilam Chasutam Swameva Paschat Swagatim Chapyanugrihya Nirgato Bhuhu.
Stanza 5. Samanushyatarupaya mahishya Gunavatya sutaya cha devahutya Bhavadirita naradopadishtaha Samagat kardamamagati pratiksham. So the Lord has now told Kardama that you are going to get married to Manu's daughter. But he has not gone and told this to Manu, right? So in this case, what happens is Bhavadirita Naradopadishtaha. So with your prompting, O Lord, Narada Muni is now going and goes and tells Swayambhuva Manu that his daughter needs to get married to Kardama Prajapati. So that's Swayambhuva Manu along with Shatarupaya Mahishya, his wife's name is Shatarupa. So he along with his wife Shatarupa and Gunavatya Sutaya. So their daughter Sutaya, who is a Gunavatya, who is a very virtuous one, who actually follows all the good practices and it's a very virtuous lady. That Gunavatya Sutaya, whose name is Devahuti, they then go and approach Kardama, who was waiting for them to come, because Kardama knows that Manuputri, that Manu is going to come with his daughter. But Narada prompts Manu, and they all now go visit Kardama to offer Devahuti as his wife. So Sa Manuhu is there. So put the ish to join. So Sa Manush Shatarupaya Mahishya, comma, Gunavatya Sutaya Cha Devahutya Bhavadirita Naradopadishtaha. Narada Upadishtaha. So Naradopadishtaha, comma, Samagat Kardamam Agati Pratiksham. So you can say Kardamam Agati Pratiksham or say it together as Kardamam Agati Pratiksham. That's also fine. Samanushyatarupaya Mahishya Gunavatya Sutaya Cha Devahutya Bhavadirita Naradopadishtaha Samagat Kardamamagati Pratiksham.
Samanushyatarupaya Mahishya Gunavatya Sutaya Cha Devahutya Bhavadirita Naradopadishtaha Samagat Kardamamagati Pratiksham. Samanushyatarupaya Mahishya Gunavatya Sutaya Cha Devahutya Bhavadirita Naradopadishtaha Samagat Kaddamamagati Pratiksham.
Samanushyatarupaya Mahishya Gunavatya Sutaya Cha Devahutya Bhavadirita Naradopadishtaha Samagat Kaddamamagati Pratiksham. Samanushyatarupaya Mahishya Gunavatya Sutaya Cha Devahutya Bhavadirita Naradopadishtaha Samagat Kardamamagati Pratiksham.
And Agati Pratiksham. So you can like kind of take it down a little bit there. Like Samagat Kardamamagati Pratiksham.
Can I try that one?
Yeah.
Samagat Kardamamagati Pratiksham.
Yeah, and the T, right? Just take it down a bit. That's okay. You get it correct. I'm just maybe fine tuning.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Stanza 6. Manuno pahritam cha devahutim taruhi ratnamavapya kardamosau bhavadarchana nirvritopi tasyam dhridashushrushranaya dhadau prasadam. So this Devahuti is Taruni Ratna, means even amongst all the jewels, she's the best jewel. So here Bhattripad is just describing her qualities, right? So saying she's a jewel among all the women, and that she was then offered by Manu to Kardama, and they both get married. And Kardama, who then having got Devahuti as his wife, he continued Bhavadarchana. He continued his constant worship of you, O Lord, and he was always meditating and he was always praying to the Lord. And Dhadau Prasadam, and he was also very happy with his wife because of her service. So it's like, in this case, what this part is trying to say is it's not just that Kardama is the only one who is actually praying and offering all the service. He also had a wife who was constantly supporting him, and she was also offering equal amount of service. And so Kardama was very happy to have got a supporting wife. So this was 6, right? Yeah. So Manuno Pahrutam Cha Devahutim, comma, Taruni Ratnam Avapya. So Ratnam Avapya or Ratnam Avapya Kardamosau Bhavadarchana Nirvritopi Tasyam, comma, Dridha Shu Shrushanaya. So there are 3 words in there. Dridha Shu Shrushanaya Dhadau Prasadam. Manuno Pahritam cha Devahutim Taruni Ratnamavapya Kardamosau Bhavadarchana Nirvritopi Tasyam Dhridashushrushranaya Dhadau Prasadam.
Manuno Pahrutam cha Devahutim Taruni Ratnamavapya Kardamosau भवदच्चन निर्वृतोऽपि तस्यां दृढशुश्रूषणया दधौ प्रसादं मनुनोपहृतां च देवहूतिं तरुणीरत्नमवाप्य कर्दमोऽसौ भवदच्चन निर्वृतोऽपि तस्यां दृढशुश्रूषणया दधौ प्रसादं. How do you say dhrida shushrushανaya? How do you, I mean, which words are combining there?
Yeah, dridha is one word.
Okay.
Shu is one letter.
Oh, okay.
And then shrushanaya is the third one.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Manunopahrutam cha devahootim tarunīratnamavāpya kardamosau bhavadacchana nivrutopi tasyam drudashushruषणया ददौ prasadam manunopahrutam cha devahutim manunopahrutam cha devahutim tarunīratnamavāpya kardamosau bhavadacchana nivrutopi tasyam drudashushruषणया ददौ prasadam.
Yeah, this is the third line. Bhavadarshana nirvritopi. Okay.
Thank you.
Stanza 7. Sapunastwadupasana prabhavat dayita kama krite vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma vyaharadheva patheshu devahutya. So he then, Kardama, and he is now married to Devahuti, Tat upasana prabhavat. So because of the glory of the worship he has done, so he's been constantly meditating. Remember, he was already praying for 10,000 years, and now he's always constantly praying to the Lord. So because of that, for Dhaita Kama Krite, to fulfill the desires of his wife, Kama, for desires of his wife, who is Devahuti, so she wants something. So to fulfill her desire, he then takes Navatma, he takes a new body. I don't know what that means here, but the Atma generally is, the meaning of that is Apnoti iti Atma. That's a Sanskrit definition of that, which means it can get what it desires. But that doesn't mean that if you just desire that I want to get something, you'll get it now. You have to go through a process, right? Or you have to go through a period of time, and you should reach that state. So Kardama has reached that state already. So he then gets a new body, and then he goes along with his wife in an krite vimane, in an aerial vehicle. He then goes into Deva Padeshu. He goes to the garden of the gods with Devahuti. So he then goes to spend some time in a different planet or a different plane altogether along with Devahuti, just because of the glory of the worship he's actually done to you. He's able to get that power, and he goes there because Devahuti wants to go. So Sa Punas Twadupasana, that is Twat Upasana. So Twadupasana Prabhavat. So at the end of the first line, put a it and put a comma. Prabhavat and a comma. The next line, depending on which language, in Sanskrit, you'll have two das, you'll have two of those. So remove one of them out because we already moved it as it to the end of the first line. So the next line becomes dayita, just one of the das. Dayita kama krite vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma, comma, vyahara deva. So again, double the is there. So vyahara deva patheshu devahutya. Sapunastwadupasana prabhavat dayita kama krite vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma vyaharadheva patheshu devahutya.
Is it Sankule? Is it Sankule or Sankulo? Because in
Sankulo.
Okay.
Sankulo, yeah.
Sapunastvadupasana prabhavat dayita kama krite vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma vyaharadeva pathishu devahutya. Sapunastvadupasana prabhavat dayita kama krite vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma vyaharadeva pathishu devahutya.
Napunastvadupasana prabhavat.
Sapunas. Sapunas.
Sapunastvadupasana prabhavat. Napunastvadupasana prabhavat daita kama krute vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma vyaharadeva padeshu devahutya.
But you got the first line is Sapunas, not Napunas.
Okay. Sapunastvadupasana prabhavat daita kama krute vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma vyahadda deva pateshu devahutya.
So here in the second line, right? Remember that on the we said earlier that the oo sound should not come. It's krite, not krute.
Yeah, sorry, I will correct it.
Krit.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Stanza 8. Shatavarshamatabhyatitya sohyam navakanya samavapya dhanyarupah vanayana samudyatopi kanta hitakritva jananotsukonyavatsite. So there, where he goes to the garden of the gods, he spends Shatavarsham. He spends 100 years there. This Kardama is spending with Devahuti. And then they get Nava Kanya. So they get 9 daughters for them, like as the Lord had said. And then all those 9 daughters were Dhanya Rupaha. They all were looking very beautiful, beautiful daughters. And when that happened, then Kardama then decides to go Vanayana. He says, okay, you know what, my duties are over and I'm actually going to be going to the forest. So when he decides to do that, at that point, so his wife then tells him that, that remember we are supposed to get a child as well. So to eager for Tvajana Notsuka, to eager to get the birth of his son and also to fulfill the wishes of his wife, he then decides not to go and then he stays back. So stanza 8. So Shata Varsham Ata. So Shata Varsham Ata Vyatitya Soyam, comma Nava Kanyaha you have. So put the is there to join. So Nava Kanyas Samavapya Dhanya Rupaha Vana Yana Samudhyato. So Dhya Samudhyatopi Kanta, and then put a plus to join the third line and the fourth line. Hita Krit Hita Krit Tvajana Notsuko. So there are multiple, you can't split it very easily. So it's Tvajana Notsuko Nyavatsit. So the third and fourth line you have to say it together. Shatavarshamatabhyatitya sohyam navakanya samavapya dhanyarupah vanayana samudyatopi kanta hitakritva jananotsukonyavatsite.
Shatavarshamathvyatitya soyam navakanya samavapya dhanyarupah vanayana samujyatopi kanta hitakritva vanayana samujyatopi kanta hitakritva jananotsukonyavatsит. Shatavarshamathvyatitya शतवर्षमथ व्यतीत्य नवकन्या समवाप्य धन्यरूपाः वनयान समुद्यतोऽपि कान्ता हितकृत्वज्जननोत्सुकोऽन्यवात्सीत्
शतवर्षमथ व्यतीत्य सोऽयं नवकन्या समवाप्य धन्यरूपाः वनयान समुद्यतोऽपि कान्ता हितकृत्वज्जननोत्सुकोऽन्यवात्सीत् शतवर्षमथ व्यतीत्य सोऽयं नवकन्या समवाप्य धन्यरूपाः वनयान समुद्यतोऽपि कान्ता हितकृत्वज्जननोत्सुकोऽन्यवात्सीत्.
Stanza 9. निज भर्तृगिरा भवन्निषेवा निरतायाम तदेव देवहूत्यां कपिलस्त्वमजायथा जनानां प्रतयिष्यन् परमात्मतत्त्वविद्याम्. So to Devahuti, Devahutyam, to Devahuti and to Kardama, of course. Bhavat, so the Devahuti who was always again continuing to worship you, O Lord. So Kardama then tells Devahuti is that if you want that son, and he remembers, right, that the Lord himself is going to be born as a son. So he then recommends to Devahuti that you continue to worship the Lord constantly, which she does. And so to that Devahuti, Kapilatvam Ajayata, you yourself, O Lord, were born to them as Kapila. For what? For Pratayishyan, to teach the people, to teach Jananam, to teach all the people, Paramatma Tattva Vidya. So the truth about the knowledge about the original truth. So the knowledge of the supreme being. So how do you recognize this? Who is the supreme being? What is the truth about it? And how do you obtain this? So that was to teach all that to the people. Kapila was born to Devahuti and Kardama. So just like how we have Bhagavad Gita, which then happened in the Dwapara Yuga, right? So Kapilopakyanam, which we are going to learn it in the next chapter, is also a similar type of teaching, right? It's Sankhya Yoga. He teaches that, and so that's why Bhattaripat says you were then born as Kapila to Devahuti and Kardama to teach this to the rest of the world. So Nija Bhartru. So Bhartru. So Nija Bhartru Gira Bhavan Nisheva. There are two nurse there. So Bhavan Nisheva, and then put a plus to join it to the next line. Niratayam atha Deva Hutyam Kapilas Tvam Ajayata. You can say Tvam Ajayata or Tvam Ajayata Jananam, Pratayishyan Paramatma Tattva Vidyam. Nija Bhartೃಗಿರಾ Bhavannisheva Niratayam Tadeva Devahutyam Kapilastwamajayatha Jananam Pratayishyan Paramatma Tattva Vidyam.
निज भर्तृगिरा भवन्निषेवा निरतायामथ देवहूत्यां कपिलस्त्वमजा यथा जनानां प्रथयिष्यन् परमात्मतत्त्वविद्याम्. निज भर्तृगिरा भवन्निषेवा निरतायामथ देवहूत्यां कपिलस्त्वमजा यथा जनानां प्रथयिष्यन् परमात्मतत्त्वविद्याम्.
निज भर्तृगिरा भवन्निषेवा निरतायामथ देवहूत्यां कपिलस्त्वमजा यथा जनानां प्रथयिष्यन् परमात्मतत्त्वविद्याम्.
Tattva Vidyam.
Okay. Prata Ishyan Paramatma Tattva Vidyam.
That tattva is one full ta, and then there are two half tas. So
Yes.
Tattva Vidyam.
Okay. Tattva Vidyam.
Correct.
Okay. I have to do once more, I think.
Yes.
Nicha Bhatrugira Bhavan Nisheva Nirataya Mata Deva Deva Hutyam Kapilastwamaja Yatha Jananam Prata Ishyan Paramatma Tattva Vidyam.
Right. So
Prata Ishyan Paramatma Tattva Vidyam.
Right. So you can remember, you can put like Tattva in English, right?
Okay.
It's tattva.
I will do. Thank you.
Stanza 10. Vaname Yushikardame Prasanne Mata Sarvaswamupadishan Jananye Kapilatmaka Vayumandiresha Twaritam Tvam Paripahi Mam Ghadaughat. So Kapila finally, he was trying to go to the forest early, then Devahuti told him not to go. Now Kapila is born, sorry, Kardama. So Kardama then finally decides to go to the forest happily because Kapila is born now. And then you, O Lord, Upadishan Jananye. Janani means mother. So Jananye means to mother, to your mother, Devahuti. Mata Sarvaswam. You imparted the entire philosophy, right? What about the Supreme Lord, about the Supreme Truth. You taught everything to her. So you, Kapilatmaka, oh you Lord of Guruvayur, right? Vayu Mandiresha, you Lord of Guruvayur, who took birth as Kapila, right? Please relieve. Twaritam means immediately, right? Without delay, relieve me, paripahi mam ghadaugat, of all the ailments and all the diseases I'm having. So instantly or immediately relieve me of all of that. With that, Bhattatripad ends chapter Dasakam 14. So Vaname Yushi Kardame Prasanne, comma, Mata Sarvaswam Upadishan. Or you can say it together, Sarvaswam Upadishan, or if you want to break it, Sarvaswam Upadishan Jananye Kapilatmaka Vayu Mandiresha. So remember, Vayu Mandiresha, Mandir, temple, right? Vayu Mandiresha means the one it was built by Vayu, so Guru Vayu, right? That's what it's referring to here. So Vayu Mandiresha, comma, Twaritam Tvam Paripahi Mam Ghadau Gat. Vaname Yushikardame Prasanne Mata Sarvaswamupadishan Jananye Kapilatmaka Vayumandiresha Twaritam Tvam Paripahi Mam Ghadaughat.
Vaname Yushikardame Prasanne Mata Sarvasyamupadishan Jananyai Kapilatmaka Vayumandiresha Twaritam Tvam Paripahi Mam Gadaughat.
Let's go to the second line. Mata Sarvaswam Va.
Mata Sarvaswamupadishan.
Correct. I think you said, I heard ya or something. That's right.
Oh, okay. Vaname Yushikardame Prasanne Mata Sarvaswamupadishan Jananyai. Is that okay?
Correct.
Vaname Yushikardame Prasanne Mata Sarvasyamupadishan Jananyai.
So again, I think now you said ya again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sarvasyamupadishan.
No, Sarvasvam. Mata Sarvasvam.
Okay, thank you. Vaname Yushikardame Prasanne Mata Sarvaswamupadishan Jananyai Kapilatmaka Vayumandiresha Twaritam Tvam Paripahi Mam Gadaughat.
Vaname Yushikardame Prasanne Mata Sarvasvam Upadishan Jananye. So Jananyai. Mata Sarvasvam Upadishan Jananyai Kapilatmaka Vayumandiresha त्वरितं त्वं परिपाहि मां गदौघात् वनमेयुषि कर्दमे प्रसन्ने मत सर्वस्वम् उपादिशं जनन्यै कपिलात्मकवायुमन्दिरेशा त्वरितं त्वं परिपाहि मां गदौघात्.
Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. This was an easy chapter, so we finished it early. So let's maybe do a few more we'll do like maybe 3 or 4 stanzas of the 15th chapter today, right? So this chapter, it is it's a lot of philosophy, right? So what I'll probably try to do is I will record the meaning offline and send it to you as an MP3 so you can listen to it in your spare time, right? That will be much easier, and then we'll go through the chapter, or maybe at least today we'll go through 3 to 4 stanzas, and maybe the next class I will explain the meaning in detail of that.
I had a quick question. Now
Yeah.
in this Mata Sar, okay, now in Hindi or whatever, it's like Mata Sarvasva Mupa. So there is no one there, but then Mata Sarvasva Mu. So it is like wa and then mu. It goes like that. So when you say it together, it is Mata Sarvasva Mupa Upadi. That is how it goes.
Yeah, so
Mata
the way it is the word is Mata Sarvaswam Upadishan, right?
So okay.
So in Sanskrit, anytime you have a sandhi like that, right, the joining, which is called a sandhi, you can either split it that way and say, or if you're saying it fast enough, you don't have to split it that way. It'll automatically come that way.
Okay.
So if you Mata Sarva Swamupadishan, like if you just say it fast, it wouldn't matter at all the way it is written. That's how it's written.
Okay. So I can either say it fast or you break it and say ooh there.
Yes, if you want, if you think you are not going to be able to say it continuously, then Mata Sarvaswam Upadishan Jananye means you're kind of taking a small thing, or you say it together Mata Sarvaswam Upadishan Jananye, right?
Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you.
But in a lot of in certain things like this, it is okay. But in a lot of times where you cannot pause because when you join, it changes the letters sometimes. Okay, in plus a will become two n's in Sanskrit, one small n and one big n. So in such cases, right, you can't break it and say it in 2 different ways unless you're pausing completely. So, but I'll tell you when that happens, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So Dasakam 15. So this is a different tune. This is like the first chapter's tune, right? So there's no like a singing thing here. So stanza 1. मतिरिह गुणसक्ता बन्धकृत्येष्वसक्ता तु अमृतकृदुपरुन्धे भक्तियोगस्तु सक्तिं महदनुगमलभ्या भक्तिरेवात्र साध्या कपिलतनुरिते त्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः. The good thing in this chapter is the last line is the same for the next 8 stanzas, which is telling that Kapila Tanu, you asked Kapila, Devahutye Nyagadi, you said this way to Devahuti. So the teachings, right? So the last line is common there. So Matiriha Guna Sakta Bandakrit Teshwa. So the third, there is another double third there. So Bandakrit Teshwa Sakta Tu. So put a tu at the very end there. After Sakta, you put a small tu and then put a comma. In the next line, if you have tua, tva, tua, then remove it and put a. So it becomes amrita kridu parunde. Amrita kridu parunde bhakti yogastu saktim. So we'll do this two lines, or maybe this you can do 3 lines. Yeah. Third line, mahadhanu gama labhya bhaktirevatra sadhya, comma, kapila thanuriti tvam devahutye nyagadihi. Matiriha gunasakta bandhakriteshvasakta tu amrita kridu parundhe bhakti yogastu saktim महधनुगमलभ्या भक्तिरेवात्र साध्या कपिलतनुरिते त्वं देवहूत्यैन्यकादीः
मतिरिह गुणसक्ता बन्धकृत्वेष्यसक्ता
कृतेष्व सक्ता
सक्तात् अमृतकृदु परुन्धे भक्तियोगस्तु सत्यम् महदनुगमलभ्या भक्तिरेवासाध्या कपिलतनुरिति त्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः मतिरिह गुणसक्ता बन्धकृत्तेष्वसक्ताः सक्तात् अमृतकृदु परुन्धे भक्तियोगस्तु सत्यम् महदनुगमलभ्या भक्तिरेवात्र साध्या कपिलतनुरिति त्वं देवहूत्यैन्यगादीः
My goodness, I did not practice this at all, Rajesh.
I'm just teaching, so you no practice. I'm just teaching now, so don't worry.
The last chapter, at least I listened a little bit, so I don't know this one. I'm going to try though.
Yeah.
Matiriha gunasakta bandha krutyeshva sakta amruta
Sakta tu. So remember, you put a tu at the end.
Okay,
Sakta tu.
Sakta tu amruta krudu parunde bhakti yogastu saktim mahadanu gamalabhya bhakti revatra sadhya
Sadhya.
This the Vavatu also. Okay. Sadhya kapila tanurititvam devahutyai nyagadihi.
Correct. And don't worry about making mistakes at all, because like that's what I'm here to, is to help you fix it, right? So don't worry about that.
Matiriha gunasakta bandha kruteshva sakta.
So think of it this way. Krit teshva saktatu.
Okay. Matiriha gunasakta bandha kruteshva saktatu amruta kruddu parunde bhakti yogastu saktim mahadanugamalabhya bhakti revatra sadhya. Okay, sorry, sadhya. Mahadanugamalabhya bhakti revatra sadhya kapila tanritatvam devahutyai nyagadihi.
Stanza 2. Prakriti mahadahankarascha matrascha bhutani api hridapi dashakshi purusha panchavimshah iti bhidita vibhago muchyate sau prakritya kapilathanurite tvam devahutyainyagadihi. So prakriti, so mahat ahankaram. So you all know the word ahankaram. So mahat and ahankaram are combined to say mahadahankarascha. So that's why you cannot break it here. So Purnima, to your earlier question, right? So it is mahat plus ahankar. So but you can't break it and say it like that. Disjoined, it becomes a the. So that's why you have to say the whole word together of mahadahankarascha matrascha bhutani. So put a ni, small ni at the very end of it and put a comma. Bhutani. In the next line, if you have a nya, so nya, nya, remove that and put a a. So it becomes api. So api, hridapi, dashakshi. If you have purushaha, put a f to join. Purushaf, pancha vimshaha. Iti vidita vibhago muchyate sau prakritya. In some books they had prakrityaha, so you can ignore that and you can just put prakritya and comma at the very end. So muchyate sau prakritya Then Kapila Tanuriti Tvam Devahutye Nyagadihi. Prakriti Mahadahankarascha Matrascha Bhutani Apihridapi Dashakshi Purushah Panchavimshah Iti Vidita Vibhago Muchyate Sau Prakritya Kapila Tanurete Tvam Devahutye Nyagadihi.
प्रकृति महदहंकाराश्च मात्राश्च भूतानि अन्यपि हृदपि
No,
दशा
the near goes away and becomes a, because the near we already moved it as ni to the end of the first line. So
प्रकृति
api.
महदहंकाराश्च मात्राश्च भूतानि अपि हृदपि दशाक्षी पुरुषः पञ्चविंशः इति विदितविभागो मुच्यते सौप्रकृत्या कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादिः प्रकृतिमहदहङ्कारश्च मात्राश्च भूतानि अपि हृदपि दशाक्षी पुरुषः पञ्चविंशः इति विदितविभागो मुच्यते सौप्रकृत्या कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादिः
प्रकृति महदहं
Mahadahankara.
प्रकृति महदहंकाराश्च मात्राश्च भूतानि प्रकृति महदहंकाराश्च.
So remember the words Madhavi Garu as Mahat, right? Mahat, Ahankara, right? So remember then you're just joining them. Mahadahankarascha.
Okay. प्रकृति महदहंकाराश्च मात्राश्च भूतानि अपि हृदपि दक्षाक्षि पुरुषाः पञ्चविंशः इति विदित विभागो मुच्यते सौ प्रकृत्या
Correct.
कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यै नगादिः प्रकृति महदहंकाराश्च मात्राश्च भूतानि अपि हृदपि दशाक्षी पुरुषाः पञ्चविंशः इति विदित विभागो मुच्यते सौ प्रकृत्या कपिलतनुरिति तत्त्वं.
No, not Tattvam. Kapila Tanuriti Tvam.
Okay. Kapilatanuiti tvam devahutयै nagadihi.
Yeah.
I'll work on that prakriti.
No worries. And it's the second line, right? That Purushaha is there, right? So we said because of the Sandhi, you have to put a if to join it, right?
Yeah.
So Purusha, just remember that, okay?
Thanks.
So third stanza. Prakriti ghata gunhaugaihi najyate purushohyam yadi tu sajati tasyam tadgunastam bhajeran madanu bhajana tattva lochanai sapyapeyate kapilatanurete tvam devahutye nyagadihi. So prakriti gatha gunaugaihi. So on top of that na, if you'll have a small ir in Sanskrit or maybe a ra in some other books, so remove that and put a visarga instead. So it becomes gunaugaihi and then a comma. So the next word, that ir goes away. Najyate purushoyam, comma. Yadi tu sajati tasyam, comma. Tat gunastam bhajeran. Madanu bhajana tat twalochanaihi. So again double this ta is there. So tatvalochanaihi is there. So put the is to join. So tatvalochanais sapyapeyat, comma, kapila tanurititvam devahutyai nyagadihi. प्रकृतिगत गुणौघैः नाज्यते पुरुषोऽयं यदि तु सजति तस्यां तद्गुणास्तं भजेरन् मदनुभजन तत्त्वालोचनैः साप्यपेयात् कपिलतनुरिते त्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगाधीः.
प्रकृतिगत गुणौघैः प्रकृतिगत गुणौघैः नाज्यते पुरुषोऽयं यदि तु सजति तस्यां तद्गुणास्तं भजेरन् मदनुभजन तत्त्वालोचनैः साप्यपेयात् कपिलतनुरिति त्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः. प्रकृतिगत गुणौघैः नाज्यते पुरुषोऽयं यदि तु सजति तस्यां तद्गुणास्तं भजेरन् मदनुभजन तत्त्वालोचनैः साप्यपेयात् कपिलतनुरिते त्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः.
प्रकृतिगत गुणौघै
गणौघैः
प्रकृतिगत गणौघै comma there you said
after gunaugaihi there's a comma.
Okay. प्रकृतिगत गुणौघै najayate
najyate, no, not najayate, najyate.
प्रकृतिगत गणौघै नाज्यते पुरुषोऽयं यदि तु सजति तस्यां तद्गुणास्तं भजेरन् मदनुभजन तत्त्वलोचनै. Did I get that right?
Madhanubhajana tattva. So the va. Yeah.
Okay. मदनुभजन तत्त्वालोचनैः साप्यपेयात् कपिलतनुरिति त्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः. I like the last line a lot. It's easier than
and it repeats.
प्रकृतिगत गुणैघै.
Sorry, Madhavi garu, that gaihi should put the visarga there. Remember that ir we removed it and we put a visarga, right?
Yes.
So gunau gaihi.
प्रकृतिगत गुणौघै
Gaihi.
नाज्यते. Okay. प्रकृतिगत गुणौघैः नाज्यते पुरुषोऽयं यदि तु सजति तस्यां तद्गुणास्तं भजेरन् मदनुभजन तत्त्वालोचनैः साप्यपेयात् कपिलतनुरित्तत्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः.
You're saying tattvam, right? It's kapila tanuriti tvam. Yeah. Okay. Not tattvam. Okay.
Kapilatanuriti tvam devahutyai न्यगादीः.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do one last stanza and then we'll stop for today. Vimala matirupattaihi आसनाध्यैर्मदङ्गं गरुडसमधिरूढं दिव्यभूषायुधाङ्कं रुचितुलिततमालं शीलयेतानुवेदं कपिलतनुरिते त्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः. विमलमतिरुपात्तैः. So you'll have a ra there. If you have a ra there, remove that ra and first put a visarga. So Bimala Matirupataihi and then a comma. Then the next word will start with a a. So add a a there. Asanadhyir, asanai, like the seat. Asanadhyir madangam, comma. Garuda Samadhi Rudham Divya Bhusha Yudankam Ruchi Tulita Tamalam Sheelayetanuvelam, Kapilatanurithitvam Devahutye Nyagadihi. Vimalamatirupattaihi Asanadhyairmadangam Garuda Samadhirudham Divyabhushayudhankam Ruchitulitamalam Sheelayetanuvelam Kapilatanurithitvam Devahutye Nyagadihi.
Vimalamatirupattaihi asanadhyairmagdangam Garuda samadhirudham divya bhusha yudhankam Ruchitulitamalam sheelayetanuvelam Kapilatanurithitvam devahutyainyagadihi. Vimalamatirupattaihi asanadhyairmadangam Garuda samadhirudham divya bhushayudhankam Ruchitulitamalam sheelayetanuvelam Kapilatanurithitvam devahutyainyagadihi.
Rajesh Garu, I missed the commas in this one while marking the word separation. So where are the commas in this?
Yeah, the upattaihi, there's a comma.
Yes, I have that.
And then madangam after the end of that first line. Then just the end of the first, second, and third line.
Okay, thank you. Vimalamati rupattaihi.
Rupattaipa.
Okay. Vimalamati rupattaihi asanadairmadangam Garuda samadhirudham divya bhusha yudhankam. Yudhankam. Garuda samadhirudham divya bhusha yudhankam Ruchitulita tamalam sheelayetanuvelam Kapilatanurithitvam devahutyenagadihi. Vimalamati rupattaihi asanadhyairmadangam. Sorry. Vimalamati rupathai asanadhyairamadangam Garuda samadhirudham divya bhusha yadhankusham yadhankam
Yudhankam.
Yanam. Okay, sorry. Okay. Garuda samadhirudham divya bhusha yudhankam Ruchitulita tamalam sheelayetanuvelam Kapilatanurithitvam devahutyenagadihi.
Okay, we'll stop here. So we'll say Sandra Nandava, the first chapter, first stanza, and then Kayena Vacha, and then we'll end the class. Sandranandhavabodhatmakamanupamitam kaladeshavadebhyam nirmuktam nityamuktam nigamashatasahasrena nirbhasyamanam aspashtam drishtamatre punarurpurusharthatmakam brahmatattvam tattavadbhadi sakshat gurupavanapure hanta bhagyam jananam काहेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियेर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि.
Thank you.
Thank you.